Thank you, Mr. Chairman. While I cannot support the Homeland Security Appropriations Bill before us today, I want to thank Chairman Cole, Chairman Amade, Ranking Members Delora and Cuellar, as well as accolades to the staffs, both majority and minority, for your bipartisan work to reach as much of a consensus as possible on this bill. I do want to join the chorus of members in expressing my accolades and our thanks to Chairman Amade for his hard work and his selfless service, and I wish you Godspeed in your future endeavors. I'm deeply concerned, however, that the measure that we're considering today still does not include the common sense guardrails that the American people have been asking for over the past 2 years. Today, federal immigration enforcement agents are continuing to conduct warrantless searches of private homes, often masked to hide their identity. They're conducting immigration enforcement operations at sensitive locations like schools, hospitals, and houses of worship. President Trump's big ugly bill, passed by Congressional Republicans last summer, slashed Americans' health care and food assistance programs in order to provide a massive $75 billion in new funding for immigration and customs enforcement. But the bill before us today seeks to eliminate any internal oversight meant to help ensure that the Department of Homeland Security respects American civil liberties and treats detained individuals with care and with dignity. The bill cuts funding for the Department of Homeland Security's Office for Civil Rights and Civil Liberties. It also reduces funding for the Office of Inspector General, which works to uncover waste, fraud, and abuse in the department. It totally guts funding for the Office of Immigration Detention Ombudsman, which leaves detention centers with limited oversight and limited accountability. These essential offices were created by Congress to ensure that we have the information and the resources needed to conduct proper oversight of the department. The last thing we should be doing is relinquishing our oversight authority to the President and the Office of Management and Budget. Just as troubling is the fact that the bill underfunds the offices and programs that are meant to protect Americans from foreign threats. It slashes over $250 million from the Cybersecurity and Infrastructure Security Agency, leaving the agency less capable of defending against foreign threats to our government institutions, our power grids, and hospitals. The bill cuts over $347 million from the Transportation Security Agency and does nothing to stop the Trump administration in its attempts to eliminate employee collective bargaining rights at the agency. While I cannot support the bill in its current form, I'm encouraged to see that the majority has prioritized disaster relief funding and FEMA grants in the bill, as well as increased funding for the United States Coast Guard and the Secret Service. There are bipartisan provisions in the legislation, but they are diminished by the chaos and the lawlessness that the Trump administration has unleashed on the American people in the name of immigration enforcement. It appears that Congressional Republicans have moved forward with yet another partisan immigration enforcement bill to further supercharge that chaos to the tune of an additional $70 billion. The Trump administration claimed that its deportation policy would focus on violent felons who are in the United States illegally. But over the past 2 years, ICE has aggressively swept up law-abiding citizens and immigrant families and American citizens alike, even killing 2 Americans in Minnesota. The American people are asking us to protect them and their neighbors from federal overreach and to help ensure that ICE and CPB behave like every other professional law enforcement agency. We need judicial warrant requirements, a ban on mask agents. We need to prohibit immigration operations at sensitive locations like schools and churches, and interracial profiling, and to allow independent investigations into ICE misconduct. This Homeland Security Appropriations bill is not worthy of presentation to the American people. It does not secure our homeland. It represents overreach by the government and abuse of the American people. It begs for transparency and guardrails. So I urge my colleagues to vote no. We can do better. And with that, I yield back the balance of my time.